Will jump for the Glacier Bears here. Glacier Bears going to go to our left, and the Wrangell Wolves will be going to our right. Official steps in, ball's up. It's going to be controlled by Boron. She takes a dribble to the right-hand side, goes up hard to the hoop, not able to draw anything on the shot, however, and rebound comes down in the hands of the Wolves, and they're quickly up the court, handling it out at the top. That'll be Easterly over to Harding. Looks down low for Decker. Spin moves and is going. Oh, nice break inside. Going to draw the foul right away on Wing as Easterly came from that right baseline, and going to get the foul on Wing right off the bat here. So Rain Wing picks up her first personal foul, first team foul on the Glacier Bears. Easterly at the free throw line. This one's just a bit strong. She was 2 for 2 last night from there. Had 8 points in the game. Of course, the starters didn't really get to play a lot in there as the bench came in, and she gets the second one to go. So she picks up the first point of the ball game, and Wrangell Wolves are coming out in the press right away. Long down court pass all the way to Williamson. She's on the dribble to the right-hand side. Stops, comes back. Nothing going, however. Puts up the shot. Going to draw the foul. As she went hard to the hoop, Williamson was able to draw the foul in a little jumper, and it's going to be on Easterly. That'll be her first personal foul. So that'll send Avery Williamson to the line, 3 for 4 last night, and those 11 points, leading scorer for the Glacier Bears. This one's on its way, a little bit too strong, bounces off the back of the iron. Second shot here. Has the ball, 7:31 to go here, just first quarter action. This one's on its way, a little bit too strong. Both were exactly in the same spot, and Martinson comes down with the rebound for the Wolves, and she'll bring it up across the court. Gets across half court, goes left side to Easterly, looks inside. Good defense by the Glacier Bears, finding Decker breaking across the lane on the baseline, wants to get around her man, not able to. Comes back, steps up and in. Nice move by Helen Decker as she got the gal on her hip and was able to get the nice little left-handed lay-in. Back out to Boron on the left-hand dribble down the left side. Harding puts some pressure on. Glacier Bears playing a man-to-man defense, or the Wolves playing a man-to-man defense, so they'll get into their man-to-man offense here. They try to go back inside and knocked out of bounds as it goes through the hands of Haddock and out of bounds. They'll get the ball far side of the hoop. Looking. And now she goes into Wheeler. Wheeler stops, wants to put up the shot. Gerald gets her hands up. Wheeler puts it up and in. Becca Wheeler gets the first 2 points of the basketball game for the Glacier Bears. 3-2 is the lead. Now with the Wolves have the basketball. Harding looks, drops back, steps, fakes, goes in, finds Decker all alone. Missed the easy little shot inside. Ball bounces around, ends up in the hands of Haddock. Out to Boron. Boron takes some fast dribbles, forces up the shot. Going to be knocked out of bounds off of her. Haley had the right idea there. She went to the hoop hard, but kind of lost control of things there. She got about 3 steps short of the basket. Martinson out at the top, stops, goes back outside to Easterly. She wanted the jumper, good defense, however. Back out to Harding, three-pointer on the way, a little bit short. Gets her own rebound back, dumps it inside and up and in as Decker. That was set up nicely by Harding as she watched and found her down low, gave her a little pass, and she had the easy lay-in. Harding could have taken a jumper from about 5 or 6 feet out, but elected to take the easiest shot of the two. Comes back out to Wing. Wing on the dribble. Over to Boron, way beyond the arc here. 5:45 to go here. First quarter of play. Back to Wing. They try to go inside. Back to Wing. And she forces up the shot a little strong. And Gerald comes down with it for the Wolves. Down the court, Martinson on the dribble. Goes to Harding. Across court. Oh, goes to Easterly all alone, goes up, gets a little bit too strong. Gerald comes away with the shot and hits the back of the background, so the ball's going to go to the Glacier Bears. And now Coach Brittenham wants to take a quick timeout here to talk about it for a second here. 5-2 is the score. Wrangell has the 5 points. Glacier Bears have the 2, so it is only a 30-second one. I'm sure that Easterly'd like to have that one back again. Couldn't get much of a better shot, but just put it up a little bit too hard off the glass, or off the back of the rim, and bounced across. And then, of course, the fracas, it went all the way up and hit the the back of the backboard, so obviously the ball's going to go to the Glacier Bears. And they're going to come out, full court pressure again. Decker, Harding, and Easterly picks up their man. Martinson comes out. Gerald picks up her man. All right, Glacier Bears are going to have to beat the press. They go to Boron. Boron drops long down court pass and through the hands and out of bounds. As hustling down nicely was Williamson, but just not able to collect it up. So the ball goes back to the Glacier Bears now. Martinson gets the ball back in. She'll handle it as they just pass it back and forth. Easterly gets it back into her hands. Martinson goes left-hand side to Harding. Doesn't look at the hoop at all, just looking for a cutter to come across the lane. Nobody was there, however. Now Decker, long pass to Harding. Three-pointer on the way, a little bit too strong. Rebound fought for, and Easterly comes up with it. Alley-oop all the way inside to Decker. Stops, one bounce. Back to Easterly. She forces up the shot. It's going to draw the foul. Foul's going to be on 1-2. That'll be Haddock. That'll be her first personal foul and second team foul. Easterly back at the line. This one's on the way and looks good and is. So she picks up her second point of the ball game. 2 for 3 from the line so far. This one is on its way, and this one is nothing but net. So she picks up an easy bucket there, or an extra point there. Comes back out to Boron. Boron's on the far right-hand side. She's on the dribble. Nobody's going to stop her. Wrangell drops back quickly. If they don't make a steal right away, Wrangell drops back pretty fast out of that. Now they go inside to Haddock. Back over to Wing off the break. Wing puts up the shot a little bit short. Rebound fought for underneath. Haddock comes away with it. She forces it up and in. Haddock comes away with an easy 2 on that one. Glacier Bears down by 3, 7-4, but the Wolves have the basketball. Long cross-court pass knocked away by Wing. Wing's on the dribble on left-hand side. Martinson hustles down. Wing puts it up but misses. Hustling down is Williamson to get the rebound, and she puts up the shot. It's going to draw the foul. The foul is on Helen Decker, and that'll be her first personal foul. So Glacier Bears are going to the free throw line. Looks like we're going to take a full timeout here. So with the score, Wrangell 7, Haines 4, we'll turn it back to KSTK Studios back in 1 minute. And welcome back to the Haines High School Gymnasium here at the free throw line. Avery Williamson, she was 3 for 4 last night. She's already had a couple chances, couldn't get either one of those to go, has yet to score this evening. Now she'll have a chance from the free throw line. It's on its way off the back of the iron. And all 3 of the shots she's had from the free throw line have hit the exact same spot. Maybe if she'd step back about 3 inches, it'd go in. This one is up on its way, looks good and is. So she picks up her first point from the free throw line. And down the court comes Easterly. Cross court to Harding. Back to Easterly. Easterly's out at the top, way beyond the three-point arc. Alley-oop inside to Harding, all alone, puts up the shot too hard. Rebound comes back down, up and in by, that was by Easterly. She picked that hoop up. That's 5 points for her. Alley-oop all the way across to Boron, looks inside, knocked out of her hands by Harding. Now there's going to be a foul on it. Let's see where the foul is going to come. As 5, that's going to be Boron. That'll be her first personal foul. She got into foul trouble early last night, had to sit down, so hopefully she can stay out of trouble. 9-5 is the score. Wrangell with the lead and the basketball. Looking inside for Easterly. Stop, spin move, puts it up and in. That was Decker. Decker got good position on Haddock and just waited for the pass, got it, and was able to make a nice move and go right to the hoop. There goes Wing, and now we got another foul here coming away Fouls on number 5. That'll be Boron. She kind of does that. She'll get a spurt there and she'll pick up 2 or 3 fouls real fast. We'll see if coach is going to leave her in here. 3:25 to go, first quarter. Martinson goes left-hand side over to Easterly. Stops, gives up the dribble back to Harding. Looking at a lot of cutters coming across. Decker's down inside. They go to Easterly. Stops, puts up the shot. A little bit too strong. Another whistle on it. Foul's going to be on 12, and that'll be Haddock. That's the 2 gals that got into trouble last night. Haddock and Boron both for the Glacier Bears. Of course, both being starters. And it looks like we're going to have Thomas coming off the bench. Shot is good by Easterly. She picks up her 6th point. That coming from the free throw line. 4 of those 6 have come from the free throw line. So Boron's coming out of the ball game. Easterly with the ball up on its way, and it's good. So she picks up another one from there, and that's 7 for her. Still the full court pressure on. 13-5 is the lead. They go back inside. Now there's going to be another foul as they went into Williamson. And the foul is going to be on number 10. That'll be Harding. That'll be her first personal foul. She had a bit of foul trouble last night. Of course, they didn't leave the starters in very long, but she picked up a couple, 3 fouls real quick last night. Over to the right-hand side, and now there's going to be another whistle. It's going to be Harding picks up another one, so we've got a player coming off the bench. Let's see who's coming in. Looks like it's going to be freshman Carney. 3 minutes, 6 seconds, Glacier Bear basketball on the far side of the court. They go to Wing. Wing's on a left-handed dribble. Keeps it going, comes all the way around. Over to Haddock. Shots on the way off the back of the iron. Rebound down to Williamson, up and in. So Williamson figured out where that board was coming down. Got over and got a nice rebound offensive board. Put it right back up and in. 6-point lead by the Wolves. Goes back out to Martinson, all the way over to Gerald. Back to Martinson. A little bit better basketball game tonight than last night. Decker with the ball. Alley-oop inside to Gerald. Stops, puts up the shot, too strong. Fight for the rebound. And hustling over as Martinson just takes it right away from one of the Glacier Bears. Out to Decker. Over to Easterly, out at the top. She looks inside, wants to go back inside like she did. Back to Easterly, breaking down the lane, up and in. That was a nice give and go that time as the ball went from Easterly to Decker, back to Easterly, and she got the easy bucket out of it. Wing up across the half-court line. 15-7 is the score. Wrangell with the lead. 2 minutes, 9 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. All the way across to Williamson. 2-pointer on the way, a little bit strong. Rebound down to Decker. Spins, gets it back out to Martinson. Martinson looks down the court. There's Carney coming back out. Boy, had the lanes filled that time, but I don't think Martinson saw it all. Back to her. Alley-oops inside. Goes to Decker. Stops. Puts up the shot. Left hand. Going to draw the foul. Looks like that's where they're trying to go here with the basketballs down low to Decker. That's part of their game. It always has been the last couple of years, but really part of the game here. So the foul is on. We'll send Decker to the free throw line. It is up and good, and that is Wheeler's first personal foul. So Decker picks up her first one from the free throw line, and that's 7 points for her. Second one's on its way. It looks good and is. She picks up 8. So still the full court pressure. 10-point lead by the Wrangell Wolves right now. Hustling down the court now, getting across the half-court line. Is Haddock, goes over to Wheeler. Wheeler wants to go inside. Going to be a tie-up here. Ball's going to go to the Wolves on the tie-up. So Wrangell will get the ball back inbounds here. And back and forth it goes. Carney back over to Martinson, who handles the ball most of the time out at the top for the Wolves. Looks inside. Find Easterly. Wants that baseline. Had a little jumper. Didn't take it. Now she does. A little bit short. Decker comes up with it a little bit short. Gets her own board back a little bit short. Down to Carney, and then she's immediately tied up. Offensive boards like crazy for the Wolves there, but just couldn't get up back up to the hoop and up and in. Haddock with the ball, looking, now looking. She's going to get a 5-second count on it. Good defense by the Wolves that time as they just denied every passing lane. Looks like Fisher's coming off the bench for the Glacier Bears. They just denied all the passing lanes, so the ball turns over and becomes a Wrangell basketball. They go to Decker. She's down low, stops, wants to put up the shot. Now they're able to get it, taps it back out to Kearney. Over to Martinson, out to the top, nothing go to Gerald. Three-pointer on the way, and good by Easterly. So Easterly picks up her 12th point of the basketball game on that nice three. They lead by 13 now. Now Easterly makes the steal. Martinson, it's a 2-on-1 break. Easterly kicks it to Martinson. She puts it up and in and draws the foul. Nice play by Emma there as she just kept going on that right-hand side. Knew the defense was coming to her, and she gets the foul. Looks like the foul's going to be on Wing. That'll be her second personal foul. Coming off the bench will be Jobbins. Also coming off the bench for the Wolves will be Early, checking into the ball game. Gerald's going to take a quick seat, and Martinson at the free throw line. Has those 2 points, 2 for 4 last night, 16 points in the ball game last night. Now there's going to be coming across too quickly, so the shot wouldn't count anyway, even if she'd have made it. All right, going to be Glacier Bear basketball under their hoop. Looking, still can't find anybody. Now she's going to get another 5-second count as the Wrangell Wolves really put a lot of pressure on. Glacier Bears having a tough time getting free and forces another turnover. They had a lot of turnovers last night, and it's kind of coming around the same way. Back to Decker, spins it back out over to Early, takes a couple dribbles. And now we have an illegal screen by one of the Wrangell Wolves as they're coming hard off the ball. 22-7 is the score, 48 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. Jobbins with the ball. Glacier Bears looking. Now she gets the ball back into Wheeler. Wheeler's on the dribble. Stops, kicks the ball back out. Shot is up on its way by Williamson, a little bit short. Decker comes away with it. Easterly, no between her and the bucket. Up and in. So she just patiently waited, took the little dribble, right-handed shot, got herself set, and was able to lay it up and in. So Easterly goes out to the left-hand side, almost knocked away by Easterly again on the pass. Easterly has 14 points in the game. Already she has 14 of the 24 that the Wolves have. Williamson's got the ball, looking, now goes to Fisher. Fisher's out at the half-court line. Decker puts a little pressure on. Back around, Fisher gets around her, but there's going to be a foul on Decker. So that'll be her second personal foul. And looks like Olsen's coming off the bench. She had those 11 points last night coming off the bench for the Wolves, and looks like Helen Decker's going to take a quick seat. And actually that's Decker's third personal foul. I missed one somewhere along the way. Back out at the top and coming around, and boy, almost making the steal was Early as she stepped out but couldn't quite control it. Goes out of bounds. 14 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Williamson with the ball. Glacier Bears setting the screens, moving. Now they get the ball back into Fisher. Fisher spins back around on the dribble. Kicks the ball to the right-hand side, but Williamson was just a little bit too strong, a little bit low on the pass. She just couldn't control it. Goes out of bounds. So with 8 seconds to go in the quarter, Wrangell will hustle it down. Let's see if they can get a shot. Looks like Martinson recognizes it is. Oh, and it goes right through the hands of Olsen. She had the easy bucket on it. So it looks like they're not going to get the opportunity. Glacier Bears 4 seconds to go here in the quarter. Fisher with the ball, looking. They try to get it back inside. And Jobbins loses control of it. The ball ends up in there, and you can hear the buzzer in the background as we're going to end that first quarter of play with the Wrangell Wolves 24 points and the Haines Glacier Bears 7. We'll turn it back to KSTK for 1 minute. Back in 1 minute. And welcome back to the Haines High Gymnasium here. Wrangell Wolves lead by a score of 24-7. Shooting percentages, Wrangell was 9 for 19 at 47%. Glacier Bears 3 for 12 at 25%. And Glacier Bears were out-rebounded by the Wrangell Wolves by a very large margin in that quarter.
Okay, it's going to be Wrangell ball at the half-court line. Martinson's taking it out. Passes it in to Harding. Back to Martinson. Martinson's at the top of the key. Passes it over to Harding. Into Olsen. And it's off the foot of, is that Becker, I think. And tries a shot, and it's no good. So we got a foul on number 14.
That's Carney. Yeah, Carney.
And Martinson's at the line. First one's up. Bounces off. No good. And second one is up. And it's good. Nothing but net. So Martinson shooting 50% for those two free throws. Haines has the ball at top of the key. Passes it over to number 14. She's on the side. We got a foul off away from the ball.
It was a moving screen on the Glacier Bears, 31. That was Fisher.
Okay, Carney has the ball. Passes it in to number 10, Harding. Harding passes it over to number 21, into Olsen. Olsen pivots, tries to shoot, and she gets called for an offensive foul. She went up with the ball and hit one of the Glacier Bear players. So Haddock's going to take it out for the Glacier Bears. Looking, full court press by the Wolves. Jobbins has the ball. She's dribbling down. The Wolves get back on defense. Jobbins brings it across half court. Passes it off to number 14. Back into Williamson. Williamson's on the wing. Comes back out to the top. Drives to the middle. Goes for the shot. It's up and good. So 2 more for Williamson. And who was that foul on, Lyle?
That's on Carney.
Foul's on Carney, number 14. That's her first. So Avery Williamson's on the line for the Bears. First one's up, and it's good. She gets the bonus. So Wolves are bringing the ball down the court to the top of the key. Passing it over to the wing. Pass it back out to the top of the key. Back over to the wing. Into the middle, into Olsen. Olsen tries to take a shot, but puts it back up to the top of the key. Pass into the wing, and it's a turnover. Almost. Yep, that's a turnover. So it's a Glacier Bear ball. And the Wolves are still going with the full court press. Haddock has the ball, looking for Boron. Can't find anybody. Tries to get it to Boron. I think Boron dropped it out, and I'm not sure if it got batted out by a Wolf or not. Looks like it did. It's Glacier Bear ball again. And we got timeout. Got a full timeout. So it's 10-25. Wolves leading. Okay, here we are. We got 6:48 left in the second quarter. It's Glacier Bear ball. And we got Haddock on the line. Wolves still with the full court press. Haddock's looking for a Boron. Can't find it. She goes long to Williamson. Williamson goes up with the shot, and she makes it, and she's fouled. She fouled on number 14, Carney. That's her second. So Williamson will go for the line. Williamson's got 7 for the night. And She gets the bonus. Williamson gets the bonus. That's 8 for her for the night. Wolves ball coming down across half court is number 10. Harding passes it into Early, and looks like we might have a jump ball, and it's going to go to Glacier Bears. So full court press again by the Wolves. Haddock's on the baseline. Looking for Boron. Goes long again for Williamson. Williamson's being guarded. She goes up and she does exactly the same thing. This time no foul. So 2 more points for Williamson. And we got a timeout, a full timeout by the Wolves. So Coach Brown will talk to her girls, and we'll be back in 1 minute. Okay, here we are. So Haines made a run there, had the 6-point run with Avery Williamson leading it on the fast break. Getting ahead of that full court press that the Wolves have been putting on. So it's going to be Wrangell Wolves ball, and number 14, Kearney, is going to be bringing it out. And Kearney passes it out to Harding. Harding bringing the ball down across half court. Passes it over to the wing. Inside to Olsen. Olsen pivots, puts it up, and it almost dropped in. No good. And Glacier Bear rebound. And not sure what's going on here. Looks like it might be Wolves ball again. So possibly Glacier Bear stepped on the line when they got the rebound, I think. So Wolves ball. And looking to bring it in, gets it into Olsen. Olsen puts it up for 2. Those will be her first 2 for the night. So Haddock's looking for Williamson. Williamson gets the ball, brings it across half court for the Glacier Bears. Passes it to Boron. Boron takes a long shot from outside. No good. Rebound by Thomas, and it's no good. Ball's batted out by the Wolves, so it'll be Glacier Bear ball on the baseline. We got 5:43 left in this quarter. And we have a substitution in. Kearney came out. And Williamson has the ball on the baseline. Looking. Passes it back out to the top of the key to Boron. Boron comes around at the top of the key, swings it to the other side to Williamson. Brings it back to the top of the key. Over to Thomas. Thomas is fouled, I believe, by number 21, Balansag. Is that how you pronounce that?
Balansag, they said?
Balansag. And that's her second foul, according to the clock up there. First one's up, bounces around, it's no good. Second one's up. Bounces off the front of the rim. Rebound by Glacier Bears. On the side, out to the head of the key. Boron brings it back into the wing, tries to pass it in. It's tied up, and it'll be a jump ball. Looks like it's going to be Wrangell ball this time. So Martinson was back in for Kearney. Martinson passes ball into Easterly. Easterly brings it across half court. Top of the key, looking. Passes it into Early. Over to Martinson. Martinson tries to goes up, back out to Easterly. Over to Harding. Harding takes a long shot off the backboard. And Glacier Bear ball. Coming across half court to the top of the key. Passes it over to Boron. Boron swings around to the side. Looks for Avery Williamson. Decides to go to the other side. Back out to Williamson. She drives and she misses, but she's fouled. And that foul is on number 44, Easterly. That's her second. Williamson at the line. First one's no good. And we have substitution for the Bears. Wing will be in. Williamson takes the second one up. Off the back of the rim. Rebound by Haddock. Haddock goes up strong, but she's checked. And ball's off the Wrangell Wolves, so it'll be Glacier Bear ball. Haddock on the baseline. Avery's Williamson out in the front. Picks it up. Tries to drive in. Pivots. Can't make it. Over to Boron. Boron tries for three off the side of the rim. And Early gets the rebound. Passes it to Martinson. Martinson over to Harding. Harding goes for a long three. Off the top of the rim. No good. Gets her own rebound. Over to Martinson. Martinson drive through the middle. Loses it. Picked up by the Glacier Bears. It's a fight for the ball. And it's on the floor. And it looks like we're gonna have a foul. Foul's on 44, Easterly. That's her third. And we're in a bonus, double bonus for Glacier Bears. So Wing will be at the line. Wing puts it up for the first one, off the front of the rim, no good. It's 15-27, 4 minutes left in the second quarter. And we got a timeout. Is that a full timeout?
It's going to be a full timeout, yeah.
Okay, so we'll be back to you in 1 minute. Okay, second quarter action. It's 15-27. Wolves and the Glacier Bears. Wolves are leading. It's going to be Glacier Bear ball on the baseline. And 4 minutes left in this quarter. Glacier Bears are in double bonus. Wolves are in the bonus situation. So we got Paige Wing taking her second shot. Missed the first one. Second one's up. No good. Rebound by almost by Haddock, but she cannot get control and loses it out of bounds. So it's Wrangell ball. Martinson in Harding. Back to Martinson. Bringing it across. Top of the key. Looking for the middle. Swings it to the wing. Harding passes it into Decker, and have a shot by Jade. And Jade's fouled, so she'll go to the line. Jane Blasag puts her first one up. She gets it. It's good. So we got a substitution. Nope, we're going to have to wait. So Jade puts the second one up. It's off the rim. Rebound by Boron for the Glacier Bears. Boron's hustling down across half court. Looking. Sets up. Tries to go inside. Looking. To the wing. It's on the inside. Trying to go up. No good. Rebound by Jade Balasag. Off to Martinson. Martinson brings it down to across half court. Swinging over to Harding. Harding's looking. Passes it into Early. Early comes around to the middle. Does kind of a hook shot. Decker gets the rebound and puts it up for two. That's 10 points for Decker tonight. So Glacier Bears coming across the half court. 3 minutes left in this quarter, 15-30. Boron goes down to the wing. Looking, passes it into Thomas. And it's knocked out of bounds by the Wolves. It's going to be Haddock taking it out. Glacier Bear ball. Haddock has it out of the baseline. Looking. Can't find anybody. Good pressure by the Wolves. Haddock bounces it off a Wolf and gets the ball back for herself. Boran has the ball, looks to take a shot, passes it off to Haddock, who's bringing it around to the top of the key. Haddock looks to the wing for Boran. Boran looks for a shot, can't make it, brings it back up to the top to set up again. Brings it all the way over to the other side. She's looking, gets it into Williamson. Williamson tries for a shot, it's no good. And Wrangell ball. So Williamson grabbed the ball and bounced it off of a Glacier Bear. Martinson bringing it in. Handling the ball across half court. Looking to the side to Kearney. Kearney's looking. Passes it over to Balasag. Into Harding. Harding goes up. It's off the basket. Rebound by Decker, and she tries to put it up again, but she's fouled. So Decker will go to the free throw line. It's 30-15. 2 minutes left in this quarter. So Decker's 2 for 2. His third one goes up. It's good. 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Decker dribbles, looks, boom, 4 for 4 from the free throw line for Decker. She's got 13 for the night. Haddock's looking, tries a long shot to Boran all the way down to half court. Boran's driving in for the basket and throws it all the way over the backboard. Turnover Glacier Bears. So Wolves the ball on the baseline. Martinson's going to pass it in to Kearney. Kearney brings it right back to Martinson. Martinson over to Kearney, back to Martinson, over to Jade, into Decker. Decker puts it up, it's no good, short. Rebound by Williamson, passes it off to Whittemore, I'm sorry. Whittemore takes the shot, boom, she nails it. That's her first 2 for the night for Whittemore. And we have a timeout. Got a 30-second timeout, I believe.
I think it's just an official's timeout, as Martinson was kind of gimping around there a little bit, so they give her a chance to get off the court.
So who came in for Martinson?
It's like Olsen, maybe.
Oh, Olsen, yeah. Number 43. So Harding has the ball, brings it into Jade. Jade goes to the sideline. Looking, passes it across, and it's picked up by Williamson. Williamson's going for the fast break. Up and good. 2 more for Williamson. He's got quite a few points off of that fast break. So Wolves ball at the top of the key. Harding's looking, passes to Kearney. Kearney goes for the right side, passes back to Harding. They're just kind of stalling. They may be going for 1 point. I don't know. There's 1 minute left in this quarter. Harding tries to pass it in to Olsen, no go. It's batted back out. The Wolves get it back. And ball's off of Decker. Decker driving for the baseline, driving for the middle, passes over to Harding, but we got a foul off the ball. Got a holding call. And
it's on Whittemore. That's her first.
Okay, so Megan Whittemore. So Decker's at the line. She's 4 for 4 from the line tonight. 5 for 5. Make that 5 for 5. She got 13 for the night. 33-19. Wolves are leading. Decker's second one is up. And it's good. 6 for 6 on the free throw line. So Glacier Bear ball coming across. Passes off to Whitaker. She can't get it. And the ball goes out of bounds. So it's Wolves ball. And Decker's going to inbound to Harding. Harding's bringing the ball across half court. We got 43 seconds left in this quarter. Harding at the top of the key. She's looking. Goes to the right side, passes it in to Decker. Decker takes it up for 2. Boron has the ball for the Glacier Bears on a fast break. Thomas tries to shoot. She's blocked. Ball goes out by Glacier Bears. They got it back into Williamson. Williamson goes up for 2 and she's fouled. Decker can't believe it. And let's see. Williamson's at the line.
I think the foul's going to be on Harding.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, that's her 3rd.
That's why she couldn't believe it. Decker thought the foul was on her. She says, what? So Williamson's first one was up and no good. Second one is up, no good, off the back of the rim. Boron gets the ball at the top of the key. Got a foul away from the ball.
It's on number 21.
21.
Bellenzag, so that's her first personal foul. So we're in that double bonus situation, so we're going to be shooting 2 free throws from now on.
Boron's at the line, puts the first one up. It's no good, off the back of the rim. Again. Boron puts your second one up. It's no good. Rebound, gets her own rebound. And looks like it's going to be Wolves ball. Nope. Glacier Bear ball. Glacier Bear ball. So Wrangell thought that was their ball. The girls are coming back. Haddock's going to inbound for the Glacier Bears. There's 11 seconds left. She's looking, passes it out to Williamson, top of the key. Williamson swings around to the right, gives it to Haddock. She takes a long jumper, no good. And tied up in the middle. Olsen gets it out to Vlasak. Williamson picks it up, runs out of time. We got a score of 19-36.
We're going to finish this first half of play with the Wrangell Wolves leading 36-19. What we're going to do is we'll turn it back to the KST studios for about 9.5 minutes. So we'll be back on the air again in about 9.5 minutes. Welcome back to the Haines High School Gymnasium here. Lyle up along with Dean Olson. Second half action in this girls game. The Wrangell Wolves lead by a score of 36-19. The Haines boys JVs played the Wrangell JVs earlier, and we'll wrap that one up. But the Wrangell Wolves winning that JV game quite easily tonight anyway. But right now we've got a lot better girls game than we had last night. Score 36-19. Looks like we're going to have Harding, the starters for the Wrangell Wolves out there. Harding, Decker, Martinson, Gerald, and Easterly for the Wolves Glacier Bears. They're starting roundup. They have Boron and Haddock, Wheeler, looks like Williamson, and Wing starting for them in this third quarter of action.
So the score is 19-36. Glacier Bear ball on the sidelines. The Boron's going to inbound for the Glacier Bears. Passes it out to Wing at the top of the key. Wing goes to the...
That was kind of a moving train. Williamson coming running up there and just banged right into her. It was pretty obvious for the official to call that one.
So Martinson and Harding bringing the ball down for the Wolves.
So Williamson picks up her second personal foul.
Martinson out to Harding on the side. She passes it into Decker. Decker passes it over to Easterly, and she puts it up and in for two. Glacier Bear ball. Boron passes it over to Williamson. Williamson loses control. It's a turnover right away, and Martinson will bring it in for the Wolves to Harding. Harding will give it right back to Martinson. Just bringing it across half-court line for the Wrangell Wolves. To Harding on the side, into Decker. Decker goes up for two, makes it look like it's kids play. Glacier Bears coming across half court. The Wolves have taken the pressure off. They're not doing the full court pressure like they were the first half. Wing tries to go on the baseline, and she's bumped by
number 10. That's Harding. That'll be her fourth personal foul. So off the bench quickly comes Carney. And now we have a foul on 32 on Gerald. So Wrangell picking up a bunch of fouls right off the bat.
That's Gerald's first, I think. Yep. So Harding comes off the court. The Glacier Bear ball. So Thomas is looking for Glacier Bear, but it's picked off by Olson. Olson passes it to Decker. Decker's bringing it across half court. Passes off to Easterly. Easterly passes it over to Martinson. Martinson takes it down and passes it in to Olson.
That's Gerald. That's Gerald down low.
Oh, Gerald, okay. Yeah, and Olson's up for two. Okay, we got a foul on 54.
On 5. That's her third. So hopefully he doesn't do like she usually does. Gets two quick fouls in a row. So Boron's picks up her third personal foul already.
So Martinson's bringing it across half court for Wrangell. Looking to the side. Passes it over to Carney. Carney passes it down into Decker. Decker passes it over to Easterly, but it's picked off by the Glacier Bears. Boron passes it down to Williamson, who's on the fast break again. Tries to get in, can't make it. Swings around to the other side. Up, no good. Rebound by Haddock, and I believe she's fouled. It's fouled by number 11, Decker.
And
That'll be
that's
Decker's
fourth, so she'll be sitting down for quite a long time here.
So Haddock's on the line. The first one's up and good. (20-42). Haddock dribbling, looking for the second shot. It's up and it's good also. She's 2 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. So Wrangell ball coming across half court. Martinson's looking, passes it down to Easterly. Easterly drives to the middle, does a hook shot. It's up and it's good. 2 more for Easterly. Boron coming down half court. It's going to go all the way up and in. She tries the shot and it's no good. She's fouled by number 32. Gerald. That's Gerald's second. So Boron will go to the line. (21-44). 5 minutes left in this quarter. Boron puts the first one up. It's no good, off the back of the rim. So Boron will try another one. She's looking. Fires it off the back of the rim again. Rebound by Olsen, I believe.
Gerald.
Nope, Gerald.
Yeah.
Gerald passes over to Easterly. Easterly's coming across the top of the key. Looking things over, setting it up. Passes it over to Harding. Harding passes it out to Easterly inside. She drives, takes a bounce, jumps, bounces it off, and up for 2. So Easterly, I got 23 points for Easterly tonight. Williamson has the ball, goes down to the baseline, tries to get something going. It's picked off by Decker. Nope, number 44, Easterly.
I think that foul is on Boron. That's her 4th personal, so she's coming out of the ball game. Looks like Thomas is going to come off the bench for the Glacier Bears.
So Martinson has the ball for the Wolves. Comes down, sets it up, looks, passes it over to Easterly. Easterly's looking, passes it into Martinson. She snuck right in there and puts it up for 2, right down the middle. So Glacier Bear ball coming across the court is Williamson, passes it to Wing. Wing tries to get it in through the middle. She turns it over. Easterly picks it up. Easterly's coming down. Passes it to Martinson. Martinson can't get it off. Passes it to, is that Harding?
That was Carney.
Carney. And Carney puts it up for 2.
Wrangell Wolves are 7 for 7 in this quarter.
Okay, turnover again by the Glacier Bears. 21-50, 4:30 left in this quarter. Martinson bringing the ball down. It's going to be substitution coming in a minute here. So Martinson has the ball at the top. Pass it over to Easterly. In real quick to Martinson. Nice give and go. And Martinson puts it up for 2. Glacier Bear ball. Williamson puts up a 3 ball from the wing. Wolves ball at the top of the key. Passes it over to Easterly. Back, tried it, same play again. Didn't go this time. Carney passes it off to Easterly at the top. She passes it into Olsen. Olsen looks. Goes up, shoots, no good. And they're calling an offensive foul on her again. I think that's the second time that's happened tonight on Olsen. So that'll be 3 for Olsen. And we got substitution coming in. Early's coming in for Easterly, and Balasag's coming in for Carney. Glacier Bear ball. Passing it off, and it's tied up in the middle. Early gets it, passes it off to Carney. Carney is fouled by Haddock, I believe. So it'll be Wolves ball in the baseline. That's 3 fouls on Haddock. So Wolves ball, number 14, Carney passes it into Martinson. Martinson brings it out to Early. Early looks, passes it over to Martinson, but she's called for traveling. So it'll be Glacier Bear ball. Haddock's going to take it out for the Bears. Wolves got pressure on again. Pass it off to Williamson. Williamson's going one-on-one against Martinson. Passes it off to Wing on the other side. Up and no good. Wing gets her own rebound, brings it out to the side. Shoots it up, no good. Haddock gets a rebound, puts it up, and it bounces in for Haddock. 2 for her. 25-52. Martinson bringing the ball down for the Wolves. 3 minutes left in this quarter. Pass it off to Early. Early misses it and bounces off her head. And Glacier Bears get it, and they're tied up at the baseline. Looks like Jade and number 10 Wheeler had a collision right at the basket. So
foul's going to be on number 12, so that'll be her, or 21, excuse me, not 12. That'll be her second personal foul. Coming up off the bench now, it looks like Gerald's going to check into the game here.
Yeah, and how many fouls does Gerald have? Gerald only has 2 fouls. So we got an injury timeout here.
Okay, we want to remind folks that this boys' game is going to be right after this one. It's not going to start at 7 o'clock like it was supposed to, which usually doesn't happen, especially when you have 3 games in a row here. So anyway, you want to stay tuned in for that one, but that ball game will be, as soon as we can get it on the air. And if you'd listened last night, the score was 45-43. Glacier Bears pretty much down the whole game. Wrangell was even out to a 12-point lead at one point. And then Wrangell kind of let a few things go and made some mental errors there. And Glacier Bears got themselves right back into the ball game real fast and ended up winning it in the last minute. So you'll want to be tuned in tonight. Here's that boys' game will start just as soon as we can get things organized here after this game is over with. The Craig girls defeated the Petersburg girls last night, so I'll give you the standings as I have them here right after this ball game is over as far as the girls' side of the conference goes.
So Wheeler looks like she's going to sit it out for a little bit. She's rubbing her shoulder, and looks like Thomas went in for Wheeler. So we've got
Jobbins is going to be at the line. She's taken her position for shooting the free throws as she come off the bench for her.
Jobbins, the first one up is off the back of the rim. It's 25-52, 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Jobbins bounces the ball, looking for the basket, takes the shot, and it's good. So Wolves ball. Martinson bringing it across half court. Swings it over to Early. Early tries to get it back into her, but it's cut off this time. So you've got Thomas with the ball coming down for the Glacier Bears. She tries to pass it to Avery. It's overthrown, and Martinson picks it off for the Wolves. Martinson's coming down across half court. Looking to drive down the middle. She gets cut off, so it goes back out to the top. Early looking, passes it into Carney. Carney puts it up. It bounces off, no good. Fighting for the rebound. Nobody's ball yet. Wolves come up with it. And it looks like Easterly passes it to Martinson. Martinson tries to go up with it, and she's fouled. She's fouled by number 3, Jobbins. And it'll be Wrangell ball on the baseline. Martinson's looking, passes it into Early. Early passes, takes the shot, it's no good. Bouncing around, and Wing comes up with it for the Glacier Bears. She's trying to fast break, going down the left-hand side, goes up, and it's in, and she's going to get the foul to boot. So 2 points for Paige Wing, and she's on the line. She's 0 for 2 at the free throw line so far this game. So she's looking. Set, takes a shot. It's off the back of the rim. Rebound by Early. Early passes it off to Carney. Carney bringing it down to Martinson. Martinson looking at the wing, passes it over to Early. Early drives through the middle, takes the shot. It's short. We got a foul on.
That's under Jobbins.
Yep. So Jobbins got 2 fouls. So Early's on the line, dribbles, looks, takes a shot. It's off the top of the rim. Rebound almost by Olsen, but it's picked up by Thomas. Thomas passed it off the wing. Wing's coming across half court. Looking, tries to get it to Jobbins. Jobbins came too far up for the ball, so it goes over her head and out of bounds, and it's Wolves' ball on the side. Minute 46 left in the quarter. So Carney and Martinson bringing it across half court. Martinson tries to pass it. It's tipped by Williamson. Wings on the run. On the fast break, she gets 2. 2 more for Rain Wing. It's 30-52. Wrangell's ball. So Wrangell ball. It's passed into Early. Early tries to get the shot off, but she's fouled. Early's on the line. Foul's by number 14, Thomas. That's her second. Early puts the first one up. It's good. So Early's 1 for 1 from the line. Puts her second one up. It's no good. Rebound's picked up by Carney. Carney passes it off to Martinson. Martinson's at the top of the key. Passes it to Early. Early takes a hook shot. It goes in. So 2 more for Early. Glacier Bear ball coming down the side is Jobbins. She's looking, passes to Wing. Less than a minute left. Over to Thompson. Thomas is looking, tries to pass it in the middle. It's bounced off, bounced around, picked up by Thomas. She goes up for a shot and she's fouled. There's 44 seconds left. Thomas is at the line for the first time tonight. Her first one's up. No good. Off the back. That substitution. We got Fisher coming in for Wing, it looks like. 44 seconds left in this quarter. And Thomas takes the second shot. Off the front of the rim, picked up by, I think we've got a violation on the line, the free throw line. So it's going to be Wolves' ball. Martinson bringing it up for Wrangell. Passes into the middle, tries to get it to Early, can't get it. Olsen gets the rebound, tries the shot, and she's fouled by Thomas. Yep. Haddock, that's her fourth foul. Olsen's at the line, shoots it, makes it. Olsen's 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Second shot is up. It's good. 2 for 2 for the line. So is that 4 fouls on Haddock?
That's 4 on Haddock, yeah.
So Glacier Bear ball. Wolves got pressure, full court pressure. Thomas is looking to get it in, gets it into Jobbins. Jobbins starts dribbling down the court. It's a race for the basket. 30 seconds left. She goes all the way, takes a shot. Thomas gets the rebound. She takes a shot and miss. 2 misses. There's kind of a scuttle for the ball there. Nobody had control of it. It's going off the hands of everybody. The refs are trying to decide whose ball it is. And it looks like it's going to be Glacier Bear ball. 16 seconds left, 30-57, third quarter. So Wheeler's got the ball. Wheeler's looking, can't find anybody. Early picks it off for Wrangell, passes it off to Kearney. Kearney comes across to the top of the key, passes it to Martinson. Martinson driving for the middle, gets shut down, passes it over to Early. Early takes a shot, it's an air ball. Wilson gets the rebound. Early picks up the rebound and can't get it off in time, and that'll end the third quarter, 30-57. Wolves with a commanding lead.
All right, well, we're going to take a 1 minute break here. Wrangell leads 57-30. We're going to turn it back to KSTK. We'll be back in 1 minute. And welcome back to the Haines High School Gymnasium here. Fourth quarter action in this girls game. Wrangell leads 57-30 at this point. And it's going to be Wrangell basketball far side of the court. Looks like the starters for the basketball game are going to be out there for the Wrangell Wolves. And Dale Harding will get the ball back into Easterly. Easterly will come out the top. Glacier Bears have dropped back into the zone. They go to Decker right at the free throw line. Stops, makes a move, puts up the shot, up and in, and draws the hoop right away. So Decker doesn't waste any time. Got that nice little bounce pass inside. Gave a move to the right, then went hard, to the left, and then went hard right. And got the easy shot out of it, and also picked up a foul on number 10. That was Wheeler, and that's her second personal foul. Decker gets that one from the free throw line, and she has not missed from the free throw line tonight. Quickly down the court come the Glacier Bears. Thomas with the basketball. Wrangell in that man-to-man defense. They come out to the left-hand side over to Jobbins on the dribble. Nothing going here, however, as they come down. And now there's a whistle on it. There's going to be a foul coming out. Was Fisher to set the screen, but you can't be moving when you do that. So Fisher's going to pick up her second personal foul. The Glacier Bears only shooting 3 for 10 in that one at 30%, while the Wrangell Wolves for 9 for 15 at 60% in that third quarter. Easterly goes over to Harding on the right side. Back to Decker, two-pointer on the end. It's good. It's 2. Her foot was on the line. I'm sure that she'd rather have the 3, but she was standing on the line. The official was right there. Comes out of the side, is quickly down to Whittemore. She gets the ball back out. Shot on the way by Williamson, not any good though. Rebound comes down to Gerald of the Wrangell Wolves, so Gerald gets the board. Harding will slow things down. 7 minutes to go here in the basketball game. Wrangell in definite control. Lorna Ballsang, she doesn't get anything with it. Ballensag comes back out. Alley-oops inside to Decker, but it's knocked through her hands, but Easterly picks it up, so she'll keep the ball. Now they go right-hand side. Jade puts up the shot a little bit too strong. Harding hustles over there and gets that rebound. And they come back out to Decker, wanted to shoot the 3. Good defense, however, by the Glacier Bears as they got a hand up. Comes back to Harding. Wrangell leads. Harding, 3-pointer on the way, and it's good. So finally Harding gets into the book. She hadn't scored at all. She had 5 points last night.
They're shooting 100%, 3 for 3.
They're 3 for 3. They were 6 for 6 starting the third quarter. Oh, almost stole away, but gaining it back is Jobbins for the Glacier Bears. Comes out long, 3-pointer by Thomas, doesn't go. Rebound comes back down to Williamson. She turns inside, puts it up and in. Nice offensive board that time by Avery Williamson. She's got 16 points in the game. Quickly down the court come the Wrangell Wolves on the floor. Ball ends up in the hands of the Glacier Bears, and they'll be bringing it up the court. Long down court pass to Williamson. She wants the baseline. Jumper from about 6, a little bit too strong. Both on the floor. Going to be a jump ball on it. Ball just going to go to the Glacier Bears. Looks like Haddock will come in for the Glacier Bears, and Kearney will also check in for the Wrangell Wolves. So Easterly's going to take a quick seat. Going to be Glacier Bear basketball under their hoop. Williamson all alone, but they go inside. Oh, nice spot move by Wheeler, and she goes up and around and gets the bucket, and she's got 4. She only had 1 point last night, got 4 tonight. 5:35 to go in the basketball game. Don't forget, folks, that boys game will tune up right after this one as soon as we can. Decker goes down, puts up the shot, but she's going to be fouled by Wheeler, and that'll be her 3rd personal foul. Helen made a nice move to get around her man, and then Wheeler came across and got her on the arm as she put up the shot. Decker at the free throw line. This one is up and it's good. So she gets another one from there, and she's got 21 points, leading scorer right now for the Wolves. Boron checks into the game for the Glacier Bears. Decker back at the free throw line. On its way, good. Nothing but net on that one, so she's doing an excellent job from the free throw line tonight. 22 points for her. 5:25 to go in the game. Boron with the left-hand dribble, goes left side, stolen away by Harding, however, looks down court. There's Carney on the left-hand dribble, goes out to Decker, right-hand side. They go back inside the ball and up and in, and the foul. Jade Boneshead got in the right spot, got the nice bucket, but Decker gave her the pass at the right spot. All she had to do was turn and lay it up and in, and that's exactly what she did. Fouls on Whittemore, that's her 2nd. And it is good. She picks another one up from the free throw line, and that's her 3rd point of the basketball game. Boron, left-hand side to Williamson. Williamson takes the right-hand dribble. Harding puts a lot of pressure on. Williams reverses back. We're on the floor. Now we're going to be tied up. Jump ball goes to the Wolves. Looks like Olsen's coming off the bench now for the Wolves, and Gerald will take a seat. Okay, Wrangell Wolves, they'll bring the ball up. Carney's on the dribble with the right hand, comes across. Glacier Bears step out, goes over the right-hand side, and lifts up the shot. Going to be another foul on it. Let's see who it's going to be, as Jade made a nice strong move to the hoop. And the foul's on number 4. That'll be Williamson. That's her 3rd personal foul. Shot's on its way, and poof, nothing but net. She had a nice high arch on that one. She has 4 points in the ball game.
We got Wing coming in for Jobbins.
And Wing checking into the ball game for the Glacier Bears. This one's up on its way, a little bit short, but she gets her own rebound back. Now she's bumped again. And let's see who the foul is going to be on number 4. And that'll be Williamson, and that is her 4th personal foul. So back at the free throw line, double bonus, 1-and-1 opportunity for the Glacier, or for the Wrangell Wolves, and that's a double bonus against the Haines Glacier Bears. That's 10 for them. So we're going to take a quick timeout here as Coach Brittenhab jumps off the bench. We're going to turn it back to KSTK Studios for 1 minute. Back in 1 minute. And welcome back to the Haines High Gymnasium. Don't forget, we've got that boys game following right after this one. It's probably going to start somewhere in the neighborhood of 7:30-ish, I would guess anyway right now. We have a little kid walking out across the basketball court. A little feller there looking for somebody. Anyway, he finally got off to the side, so now we'll have at the free throw line Jade. She's going to be shooting 2. She is 3 for 4 from the free throw line. On the way, a bit short on that one. So she'll have another opportunity here. Steps inside here, she'll get a second. The first one that she made, a nice high arch. This one does too, but a little bit too strong. Tap back out. Kearney's going to come away with it for the rebound. And now the Wrangell will set up the offense. They go right-hand side on the dribble, looking for Decker. Decker all alone, makes a nice move upside, up and in. So Helen Decker picks up her 24th point of the ball game, and now we're going to Boron with the dribble. 4:25 to go in the game. Boron goes right-hand side. A little bit of pressure being applied by Kearney. They try to go inside, and Olsen comes around, and it's going to be whistled for the foul. 1-and-1 opportunity for Haddock on that one. As they went low to the block there, and was able to get it. Looks like Early's coming into the game, and Decker will check out of the ball game with those 24 points. Of course, the Easterly had 22 points, so most of the points tonight coming from those two gals. But actually, if you look at the score sheet, everybody's kind of spread things out a little bit. Hattie picks up one from the free throw line, and she'll get a second chance here. This one is up on its way, looks good and is, so she picks up another from there, and that's her 6th point of the ball game. Wrangell comes back down the court. Looks like Martinson's going to check in at the next opportunity for the Wolves. Kearney out the top. Man-to-man defense by the Glacier Bears now. They were in a zone for a while, but now they've switched up and gone to a man-to-man defense. Comes out. Harding stops, spins, can't do anything with it. Ball and sack. She goes travel down the lane, stops, kicks the ball back out. Now she's going to be called for the travel. And we do have coming off the court. Let's see who's coming out. Harding will come out of the basketball game, it looks like. So all the starters, I guess Martinson is in there. All the starters are sitting on the bench right now except for Martinson. Goes over to Boron, stops, wants the shot, tries to alley-oop inside to Haddock. Back out to Williamson, she comes right inside. Over to Boron, forces up the shot off the back of the iron. Rebound fought for. Wing comes down with it, and it goes out of bounds. Let's see, it goes off of one of the Wolves. So it's going to be Glacier Bear basketball under their basket. And they've got the ball. Okay, you got to give her some space. So Olsen was just right up on top of her, right on the line. So the official stopped and explained it to her and gave the ball back to the Glacier Bears. Comes back out to Boron. Boron stops, puts up the shot. It's good. So Haley Boron finally gets into the book. That's her first 2 points of the basketball game. She had 1 point last night. Martinson goes down the lane. They go into Olsen, puts it up and rolls around back out. No, now there's going to be a foul on it. Let's see where it's going to be here. Got two gals under there. Foul. And it's going to be on Olsen, I guess. That is her 5th personal foul, so she's going to foul out as she went after that rebound and got over the back and bumped her. So we're walking all the way to the other end of the court here. And Haddock will be at the free throw line for the Glacier Bears. Wrangell leads easily 73-38 right now. Both teams in the double bonus. Shots on its way, rolls around and drops in. So Haddock, who did not score in last night's ball game, is picking up another one from the free throw line. As she has 7 points in the ball game. This one is also good. So she's doing a nice job from the free throw line. Now Early will get the ball in for the Wolves. Come back across the half-court line, goes inside, finds Gerald who checked into it. She just hands it off, and Easterly gets a nice easy lay-in out of it. Or Martinson, got the easy lay-in out of it, and she's got 6. Stop, shots on the way, and it's good by Wing. So Wing picks up a bucket. She's got 7 points in the game here. And Martinson actually has 9 points. We lost a couple in there somewhere along the way. Martinson with the dribble out at the top. Stops, alley-oops inside to Gerald. Martinson breaks off. Oh, man, all alone was Jade Bonesag breaking away, but it's knocked out of bounds off of one of the Wrangell gals, and so the Glacier Bears are going to get it. Well, they'd had an easy bucket out of that one. When Gerald turned around, Jade was just standing right under the hoop, but wasn't able to control it. Williamson stops, puts up the shot from inside. Going to be short, down to Wing. She puts the ball back out. hits the back of the backboard, and of course the ball is going to end up in the hands of the Wolves now. Quickly up now, the Wolves will get things set up here. Looks like Cook comes off the bench for the Glacier Bears now. And slowly up the court comes Martinson. Clock's in their favor right now, 75-42. Looks inside for Kearney, stops, puts up the shot, a little bit too strong. Rebound comes back down, goes out of bounds, and it's going to go off of one of the Glacier Bears down low in there, so it's going to be Wrangell basketball. Looking, Martinson looks, it goes inside to Early if she have kept the ball up high instead of bringing it down around her waist, she'd had the easy shot, but she had to bring the ball all the way back up again, and of course the shot didn't go, and Lori jumps off the bench and says, shoot it next time, don't bring that ball back down. Boron at the dribble. 2 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the game. Back out to Williamson at the top. Gives up her dribble, goes to Cook on the left side. Back out to Boron. Boron comes across, reverses her dribble, stops, kicks the ball back, gets it back to Haddock. Boron comes in, puts it up too short. Haddock gets the rebound back, gets a little bit short, and goes out of bounds off of a Wolf underneath. So Glacier Bears are going to have the basketball with 1:45 to go in the game here. Looking, now she gets the ball back into Boron. Turns, stops, jumper in about 6, a little bit too strong. Rebound down to Wing. Wing comes back out. She'll kick it over to Boron. This is a three-pointer on the way, and it's good. Haley Boron picks up her 5th point of the basketball game for the Glacier Bears. And Martinson brings it up across the half-court line, goes to the right-hand side, over to Gerald. Gerald sees Early at the free-throw line, gives it to her. Early goes hard to the hoop, up and a little bit short. Rebound back in the hands of Wing. Wing's on the dribble. She's surrounded by everybody, but she keeps it going. 1:15 to go on the game. Over to Williamson, stop. Jumper from about 6, a little bit too strong. Early comes down with a rebound, and so quickly Martinson will bring the ball up, just taking her time, waiting for the clock to keep running. They go down inside, goes over to Jay. Jay takes the right-handed dribble. She wants to make the turn. Stop, puts up the shot, and it's good.
It's a good fake by her.
Boy, she got her gal up in the air. She gave a nice little head fake on it, got her up in the air, and just waited, and then she went up and made the easy hoop. Back out to Boron, and looks like Coach Brittenham's going to call a timeout here. I don't know whether it's going to be a full timeout. Anyway, we'll keep it here so we can get folks caught up on what's going to happen here. As soon as this game is over, then they'll start the 20-minute clock for that boys game, which was a barn burner last night, so you'll definitely want to stay tuned into that one and listen. Tonight, early on at 4 o'clock, the JV boys played, Wrangell winning that one by a score of 60-36. And the scoring kind of run down like this. Guklin Bickler, he had 6 points in that game. Eagle had 2. Lewis had 5. 21 by Witherspoon, 7 by Gillen, 11 by Ritchie, and 8 by Allen for their 60 points. And the Glacier Bears, Slauson picked up 2 strong. Kyle Strong picked up 2. Jaden Hotch had 3 in that game. Ty Dixon, leading scorer in that game, had 13. David Strong picked up 12, and Xander Willard had 4 points for their 36 points in the ball game. So the Wrangell JVs take a couple of victories away here in this trip, and it looks like the Wrangell girls are also going to pick up a couple of more wins here in town. Now Glacier Bears, Fisher will inbound the basketball for the Glacier Bears. Alley-oop all the way across. Goes to Wing. Wing goes down the center of the court, kicks the ball back out to Cook, tapped away, however. Ball's rolling around on the floor. Haddock comes up with it for the Glacier Bears over to Thomas. Thomas goes that baseline, stops, puts up the shot a little bit short. Rebound down to Early, and then she's going to be fouled right away. And so we're going to walk all the way to the other end. Thomas is going to pick up that foul. And we'll walk all the way to the far end of the court. Well, the Wrangell Wolves in the girls' conference are going to go to 4-0. They're leading in that conference. The Craig girls won last night. They're 4-3. Petersburg's 0-3. This shot by Early's up and in. And the Haines Glacier Bears are going to go to 0-6 in conference play here. Lots of games for both of these teams yet to be played. Early's second shot is also good. So she picks up, and everybody from the Wrangell Wolves now has scored in the ball game. Okay, back out to the top goes Fisher. Wants to go down, going to be dribbling off of her foot and out of bounds. So Early's going to get into the book. So everybody from Wrangell has scored tonight. 15.8 seconds to go. 79-45 is the score right now. 45 for the Glacier Bears. 79 for the Wolves, and they're just slowly passing the ball around. Nothing going here. They're just going to let the clock run out and don't even need to put up the shot. So we're going to end this basketball game with Wrangell winning 79-45. I'll run down the score sheet for you here real quick, and then we'll take a short break and then get that boys game going here for the Haines Glacier Bears. And Marissa Haddock, 10 points in the game, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Becca Wheeler finished with 4 points. She missed one opportunity from the line. And Haley Boron had 2 chances, didn't get either one of those to go from the free throw line, but she did have 5 points in the game. Avery Williamson, again the leading scorer for the Glacier Bears with 16 points, as she was 2 for 8 from the free throw line. Wayne